this is Adam from Mecanto Reviews, and today I would like to show you a demo of Youzign 2.0. Before we get into the demo itself, I would like to quickly tell you what this program is all about. Basically, what you're looking at now is my Youzign 2.0 review page, and it will be linked below this video if you choose to check it out after watching this. I also have a free bonus that you would receive if you decide to purchase Youzign 2.0 through my review page. You would receive all of the bonus products shown right here, and you could substitute any of these for products from my master list, which is right here. So anyways, I'll let you check that out later if you are interested. In the meantime, let's talk about what this is. Youzign 2.0 is a graphics design software for online marketing purposes that offers professional level graphics manipulation with simple drag and drop functionality. What we mean by that basically is that with Youzign 2.0 you're going to get a lot of templates that allow you to create all kinds of different online marketing graphics, as shown here. Blog post images, business cards, buy buttons, coupons, Facebook covers, ads. I'm not going to go through all of these one by one, and you're going to see them in a moment anyways. But just to give you an idea, that is what we have. So having said that, let's actually get into the product itself. This is the web-based version of Youzign. When you purchase Youzign 2.0, you can access it through the web-based version. You can also download the software version, which works for both Mac and PC, and there is even a mobile app for Android and I'm not sure what they call the Apple iOS or Apple OS. I'm not sure what it's called, but there's that as well. But anyways, for the purposes of this demo, I've decided to use the web-based version to show you. As you can see, I've been playing around with it a little bit, but what I'm going to do now is create a new design. And from here we can see already that you can kind of see how this is tailored for the needs of online marketers. Basically, it says, okay, you want to create a new design. What kind of graphic do you want to create? Do you want to do it for Facebook, Twitter? Do you want to make a YouTube channel cover, Google header, Pinterest, web banner? We have all kinds of things to choose from right here, even ebook covers, infographics, video graphics. Now, let's suppose we want to just do a simple web banner. Now from there we have several options as well. If we want to create the standard web banner, that's the 468 by 60 size. Okay, but you can obviously do all kinds of sizes here. The common rectangular or square sidebar banner is here as well, 300 by 250. Medium rectangle, I'm going to select that one. And that's going to take us into the editor itself. Now inside the editor, and by the way, there's two versions of this editor. There's also a light version, so you can switch back and forth depending on which one you prefer. Now on the left here, you have all kinds of different clip art and even stock images that you can add to your canvas. For instance, if we go to Pixabay and search for computer, or let's say desktop computer, then you have, all kinds of options here to choose from. Today is the day of the Super Bowl, so let's say we wanted to search for create a graphic or a banner for the Super Bowl, right? So you would type that in, and then you get all these pictures of football and football players and all kinds of things going on there. So that's just to give you an idea. But what we want to do is we want to pull a template and work from that. So in this case, what you would do is come down from the top right, go over to templates, and we want to come down in template types. We want to come down to web banner, and here are the 300 by 250 sized banners, which is medium rectangle. Okay, so now we see all of these different templates that we can use, and all of these can be completely edited depending on what we would like to do, or you can create one on your own from scratch, but I generally prefer to work from a template. So let's say let's see, which one do we want to use here? Let's go with this one. So you just hover over that and click use. And it's going to take a moment to load that in. You can see how it's coming in now. So we give it a name. I'm just going to give it banner 300 by 250. I believe that was the dimensions. Click save on that. And it's going to tell me that it's successful. Now if you want to zoom in on your canvas, you can do that as well. It's not going to change the actual size of your banner, but it might make it a little easier for you to work with. Okay, so we could change this to let's say we wanted to make this for like a website design service, so we might say looking to build a, and I'm just coming up with this on the fly here, so don't think into it too much. I'm just trying to show you how you can edit the existing elements, move them around. Now when you move them around, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this in your video, but one of the things that I would like for you to notice is that there's a grid that shows up, and the grid basically serves as a guide so that you can, as you're moving things, you can keep them aligned with other elements in your canvas, which I find very helpful. So let's say we wanted to say now also whenever you click on one of these elements, the properties come up here, so you can change the font size, all kinds of stuff. So if you're looking for a website, we'd say we can build it for you. So I might move that over just a bit, and I'll use the grid to keep me aligned with the other elements. And I'll say give our experts a call we are available 24/7. I could move this over a little bit. I could take out the period at the end. You know, you could play with it however you want. And you would leave your phone number there and inquire now, and then put your website URL there. Mecanto.com in my case. I could make this a little bit smaller. Let's say I'll do 16. Okay. And that's how easy it is to modify the template. Okay, now let's say the next thing we wanted to do is replace this image on the left with the man wearing a shirt and tie, and in place of that we want to use our own image, possibly using the options on the left here. Now there's a few ways to do that. One way would be to introduce a shape and basically place it over this area, but the easier way of doing this would be to basically replace the background. Now, this is one of the cool tools that come with Youzign 2.0. What you want to do is select your element that you want to edit, and you come over to this Erase Background tool and click on that, and that's going to bring up a new editor. Now, this is the background removal editor. So over here, and by the way, if at any time you need help, there's a very extensive support page with tons of topics to go through, tons of tutorials, direct access to all of these different people on the Youzign 2.0 team that you can ask questions to, direct your questions to. And in addition, in sections like this one, if you click on the question mark, it will actually show you how this tool works. Now in this case, what you basically do is you use the green brush to select your foreground and your red brush to roughly select your background, and the red brush, the area that's selected with the red brush, is going to be cut out on your preview on the right here. And of course the green area is what you're going to keep. It tells you that same thing right here. Green equals keep, red equals remove. Unmarked equals algorithm decides. You also can use your keyboard. There's keyboard shortcuts here. There's options down here as well. You can change the brush size. You can select what you want your background to be once it is removed. So I'm going to choose white. Okay, you can rotate, change colors, crop, shadows, edges, all kinds of stuff there. Okay, so, but, oops, I accidentally closed it. Hold on, let me get back in there. So what I want to do basically is I'm going to put red over the whole thing, because I want to get rid of the whole image and replace it with something else. But if I wanted to, for instance, just to show you, for instance, if I wanted to keep him, isolate this man from the background, all I would do is just quickly go over him with the green. Initially, you just want to do it really fast. You don't need to be overly careful with it or anything like that. Just, come around, select the outline, and that tells it what you want to keep. You can also kind of come inside and sort of shade this in as well. Scribble, do whatever you want, and that will tell it what you're trying to keep, basically. Okay. For the background, you do just the opposite. You just select all of this stuff that you don't want, like that. You can let go of the mouse at any time, like that. Come around here, kind of scribble it in there, and as you can see, we've already gotten rid of quite a bit. And we would come in, basically you can see what area is not yet selected, so we would come in and kind of shade that in to let it know when the colors are close. Basically, you have a very light background against a white shirt, so you have to come in and tell it, hey, this is part of the background and this is part of the foreground. This is what I want to keep, this is what I want to lose. Okay, So that's kind of how you would do it if we were just trying to separate him from the background, and we would just keep going until our preview on the right made us feel satisfied with what we had. But in my case, I want to get rid of the whole thing, so I'm actually going to just put red over everything here. Alright, now we have a solid white background. So we're going to tell it that we're done. Actually, we're going to save it first. Make sure to save our work. Then we're going to tell it we're done. And we're going to have a blank canvas on the left here to work with. So now what I could do is select any of these elements that come with Youzign. I could also use Pixabay to search for something on my own. Let's see what comes up if I search for website. Let's see what we got here. Now, one point I want to make, you might be looking at some of these and thinking, well, this wouldn't fit in our space right here without cutting into this part of the image. Well, let me quickly show you why that's not going to be the case. One of the other cool things about Youzign. Now let's say we wanted to use this image. Now Youzign comes with a layering feature, which means there's multiple layers in this graphic that you see right here. Now to illustrate that, let's make this a little bigger and let's make it cover almost all of our canvas. When I click on this element, we have the layer options over here. Bring forward, bring to front, send to back, send backward. So I'm going to send this to the back and suddenly it disappears. But now, let's say I want to bring it forward. Check that out. Basically what I'm able to do is make sure that this element here, this entire section, stays in front of whatever image we bring into the left here. And that's one of the great things about Youzign. Because of that, I'm able to use all of the images that come up under Pixabay, or anywhere else for that matter. Now what's under web elements, I wonder? Let's see, we have nature, elements, so we have all kinds of things. I'm still getting acquainted with everything that we can use here. We have people. Let's go back here. Okay, let's find something to bring in. What about this? This might work, or maybe not. How about this? This could look good. Let's try this out. Okay, so I'm going to resize it. Send it to the back, bring it forward. Oops. Move it over just a bit. And we could do something like that. You know, the options are endless here. The options are endless. Here's another one that might look cool. Let's try this. This one could look really cool, actually. And remember, when you're creating an ad, the main thing that you want is for it to be engaging. So you want it to basically stand out and attract your audience. So looking different, if an ad looks different, that's a good thing. So you could do something like that, you know. You could, what else we got here? Oh, here, this one could work too. I could see myself settling on this here. How about this? How about that? So we went from, now let's make sure we save this. So we went from a template with a completely different image of a man wearing a shirt and tie, completely different text, and we went from that to this using Youzign 2.0. We removed a background. We saw how we can isolate a person from a background, and the scary part is we probably touched like 2%, if that, of this entire program. Okay, so if you wanted to preview how this ad would look, now check this out. This is a really cool thing. In Youzign, when you preview something, it actually shows you how it would look on an actual website, and that looked to me like a real, genuine ad. And I'm definitely not a graphics designer, so for me to create something like this is a big deal. And it's why I'm going to be using Youzign 2.0 just like I've used Youzign 1.0 going forward. So let's come back out here to our dashboard, and I'm probably going to be doing some more of these demos, but before I go, I just want to show you some of the other templates that we have to choose from, some other things we could do. We saw web banner. You got ebook covers, Kindle covers, images for your blog posts, infographics, headers, like a website header, logo, comp cards, YouTube channel. Okay, so let's say we wanted to quickly do a banner for our YouTube channel. I just want to show you the things that you have to choose from here using Youzign 2.0. And perhaps we'll touch on this in our next demo video too. But basically, once again, and you can zoom in and out, as I mentioned, but basically, once again, you come over to templates, and YouTube channel, and you have 72 templates found just for YouTube channels. So let's say, oh, I don't know, we have our channel is about fashion, and we want to use this one here. Okay. I mean, these are the types of designs that you would probably pay a freelancer to create for you. Call it YouTube channel 2, I don't know, save that. I'm not going to actually go through the whole editing process for this one after we did all that on the last banner that we created. But I just want to show you once again, if you were to apply this template to your actual YouTube channel, I'm just going to give you an idea of what it would look like once it's done saving. Okay, well, let's take a look at the preview, and it's going to show you on a desktop it would look like this, full screen would look like this, tablet, there's a tablet preview, and there's a mobile preview. Very nice. You don't have to go out and hire someone to do it for you and pay them more money than you would have to pay for a Youzign 2.0 license, because you can do it yourself. You could probably do a better job than a lot of the freelancers could. So that's about it for this demo. I will likely have more to come. Once again, under this video there is a link to my review, a Youzign 2.0 review. I would of course be very grateful if you did purchase Youzign 2.0 through my review page, but you can obviously purchase it through anywhere you like. However, if you do purchase it through here, I will also throw in my exclusive bonuses as shown on the review page, and you can, as I mentioned earlier, you may substitute any of them for products of your own choosing from my master list, which is linked right below the bonuses. Then follow these 3 steps to claim your bonuses, which basically involves sending me your receipt so I can verify that it was the sale was credited to my affiliate account, and then from there you will receive the bonus in the next 24 hours. So with that said, I just want to thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you learned, if this video helped you at all, I would ask you to subscribe to my channel, and I have weekly demos for other internet marketing products as well. That would be about it. So with that said, thanks again and have a great day.